Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Eve the Empath and I'm here to deliver messages from Spirit. It is a beautiful day and I'm excited to be here, and I hope that you all are ready to be here so that we can continue to embark on this healing journey. This rising, as I was waking, I had a lot of things going on. Actually, very good things. I was trying to remember my dreams, and all I could remember was that I was at an amusement park. So, maybe it's time for a little fun. I don't know. At any rate, we are going to jump into the messages today. Today, Spirit led me to pick specific cards for certain signs. So we want to address those signs. So today we're working with Capricorn energy. That could be moon, sun, rising, and north node. We're working with Taurus energy. That is sun, moon, rising, and north node. And we're working with Scorpio energy. So again, that is going to be sun, moon, rising, and north node. Specifically for these people, for these signs, we're going to look at your 3rd house and your 12th house. There's special messages that are relative, and what's affecting you at this moment is Jupiter, specifically for these particular people. Now, these messages are general. They will not resonate with everybody. So if it doesn't fit, don't take it, because we don't want you to vibrate in places that you don't belong. Keep in mind that when you think about the 12th house and when you think about the 3rd house, they represent different parts of your life and aspects. So your chart may look a little different. And so it's important to kind of look at your chart and understand what placements are there, what planets are there. But specifically for you today, Jupiter has an influence on your 12th and your 3rd house. That is the message. So Scorpios, Taurus, Capricorn, let's get started. We are going to work with our AKASHIC records, as we do every day. Of course, y'all know I love this deck. And we are going to do our light seers so that we could get our soul messages, right? Soul messages. You can't really see this one that good today. Here we go. Soul messages. And I'm not sure what else we're going to do today, because Spirit hasn't quite told me. I have a couple of decks out here just in case. I have a heart deck. I love messages, and I kind of feel like that's where we're going. I kind of feel like y'all need something that's going towards the heart center, but we could get some ancestor messages. So let's get started. I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. I've already meditated over the cards, meditated over the space, cleansed the area. Got a nice Palo Santo coming through here. I'm going to tell y'all a really true story. So for some of you guys, you might be just learning about a lot of this stuff and trying to figure out what's right for you. So I order lots of different things. And when I order different sages, I do them for different purposes. Well, my daughter had a birthday. And we were having a party, and I wanted to cleanse the space and protect the energy, so I didn't want certain energies to be here. If it didn't feel right, I don't care who she invited, I didn't want them here. So a couple people didn't show up, and that's okay, because again, we don't want people vibrating in places where they don't belong. And true story, I started to notice that there was a discrepancy in the energy that I had welcomed into my home. So I got one of my sages and I burned it. And my son ran. He's like, I'm leaving. He threw a whole tantrum. And I love my son. I love my children. But I just think it's funny because sometimes even people that we love will have energy, forces, demons, whatever you want to call it. People that we care about, people that we never want to see anything negative happen to, they have energy that doesn't necessarily fit well with us, right? And so when that happens, it's important that you get rid of it. It doesn't matter if it's your husband, it doesn't matter if it's your child, your mother, your siblings. you are here for the evolution of your own personal growth. And sometimes that looks like setting boundaries and saging your space so that people in energy can leave. So, angels, guides, Holy Spirit, please give us clear and concrete messages for our Capricorn, for our Scorpio, and for our Taurus. You specifically said you wanted to deliver to them today. So I am asking for clear and concrete messages. Give us one card to set the tone for their healing for today. Give them a message that will help them move into the direction that they need to propel them where they need to go. I thank you for your clear and concrete messages. Thank you for the energy of Scorpio. Thank you for the energy of Scorpio. Thank you for giving us a message for the Scorpio. Clear and concrete messages for Scorpio. Thank you. Thank you. Good. We got a lot coming out, but we're gonna roll with that one. I've seen that one. Give us a message for our Taurus. Give us a clear, concrete message for our Taurus. Spirit, give us messages for our Taurus today. What is it that our Taurus needs to hear for their healing journey? What is the messages specifically for our Taurians out there? What is the energy, the overall energy, the collective energy for our Tauruses? What is it that they need to hear? What is it that they need to work on? What is it that they need to receive in order to move to the next level of their evolution, of their growth? Give us one card only, for our beautiful Taurus, for our strong-minded Taurus, for our earth sign Taurus. What is the energy for them today? What is the energy for our Taurus today, Spirit? What is the energy for our Taurus today? What do you have for our beautiful Taurus? Okay. Let's see what we have for our Capricorn, Spirit. What is the messages for our beautiful Capricorns? Do we have additional messages for our Capricorns? What are the messages for our Capricorns? Thank you. Okay. Now back to our Taurus. What do you have for our Taurus? What is it that you want our Tauruses to work on? Hear, see, feel, understand, and move in that direction, Spirit. What is the messages for our... Thank you. That was tough. Okay. I've seen that before. Well, let's get a meditation for you guys. We're going to do one card for that. One meditation from our soul messages to help all of our signs, our Scorpio, our Taurus, and our beautiful Capricorns. We got a lot of earth energy in here today. What you guys doing? What y'all got going on? Let's see what we have going on. Well, we're still in Scorpio season, so I can understand why Scorpio wanted to have a little message today. Our beautiful water signs. The energy around these beautiful Tauruses, it's abundant. Abundant. It's rich, it's earthy, it's productive, yet relaxed. I like that slow energy. Thank you, Spirit. So we got variance. Thank you, guys. Which way do we go? Okay. We go with healing mantra. So not what I thought, but it's not about me. It's about what Spirit has for you guys. So let's get a healing mantra for our beautiful Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn. What is the healing mantra that you guys have for them today? What is the message that they need to move and propel them forward into the direction of healing? What is part of their healing growth? Thank you for giving us clear and concrete messages. Ooh, that's a lot, guys. That's a lot. Okay, I see why y'all have that there. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let me show you what we have for our signs, and I am so excited to deliver these messages. So for our beautiful Scorpios, we have the 7 of Roses in reverse. It's the journey in reverse. It's also a number 7, so if you're seeing the number 7, keep that in mind. We're also looking at variance, and that's going to be for all signs that we're looking at today. And then we have in processing grief. Okay. Okay. Yo. All right. For our beautiful Capricorns, we have the Ark of the Covenant, 11, right? Ones are always important because they always are indicative of new beginnings, changes. And when you see it twice, it's a little stronger. Get the message. And then with this one, it's inviting ecstasy. So some of y'all guys getting a little spicy out there. I like it. I like it. And then for our Tauruses, we have the King of Roses in reverse. Do you guys see that? King of Roses in reverse. And your card is celebrating simplicity. I've seen that card recently. So we're going to get started with these messages. I'm going to end with the variance because I want to make sure that we get that meditation all the way through. So I'll be quick with the reads for you guys. 7 of Roses in reverse. It's the journey, right? And it says a journey or move may be delayed or canceled. If you've been looking to change, expand, diversify your work, now may not be the right time, but don't worry. It says you haven't lost the opportunity for new discoveries, new travels, and new places. It's merely being delayed. Be patient and attend to what lies before you in the present. Your ship will return again when the time is right. I see. So for some of you, there's some changes, some major changes. And these changes don't mean that Spirit isn't delivering them to you. It just means that things are on hold. For some of you, it's relationship. Some of you guys are preparing for the next step or the next part of your relationship or welcoming a new step in a relationship. And that pause has caused you to feel like things are not moving in that direction. For some of you, it's work related. You've been working towards climbing up the ladder. Feeling like things are going to go in a certain way. Perhaps it was a promotion or something that you were expecting. It's on hold. But that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that now is not the time. Now is not the time. It says, processing grief. My losses prove how deeply I am loved. So for some of you, it feels like a loss. For some of you, it feels like things are not moving in the direction that you want it to move in. For some of you, and this is specific to the Scorpios, it feels like you've worked for something for a really long time, working towards something, and you feel like it's out of your reach, and it's causing you that discomfort. It's causing you dismay. It says for you guys, when grief is processed, you are able to notice the maturity you've gained. Even when losing the people, places, and things that once defined your sense of self. As you process grief, you are able to celebrate how deeply you committed to love instead of holding a grudge towards those who left you or couldn't love you back. Once grief is fully processed, it can ignite a deeper commitment to love. Wow. It says, once grief is fully processed, it can ignite a deeper commitment to love. That makes sense, because when you're on a journey, sometimes we do get forks in the road. We do get times when things are kind of halted. And Spirit is saying, yes, it might be a halt. It might be a hard stop, and that's tough. But as you allow that grief to process, as you allow that thing to release itself naturally, as you allow yourself to heal from emotions and baggage and things like that, then you're able to love again. You're able to feel again, move forward. And I guess that's why we're looking at this pause, right? It makes sense. It says, you know that your alignment with Source is a matter of what comes or goes. It is determined by how much of yourself you are willing to share. This is ideal for opening back up to love, rebuilding trust, and addressing heartache. So, beautiful Scorpios, for those who are dealing with some heartache, some hard stops, some pauses, some losses, those whose journeys have stopped suddenly, or maybe it's been gradual. From those of you who are feeling that energy, just know that as you continue to process your grief, as you continue to love on yourself, that Spirit has an obligation to bring you back more of that love and to bring you the higher level of commitment and love that you desire. So now we're going to look at our Capricorns, the Ark of the Covenant. I like that for you guys, the Ark of the Covenant. It's a major arcana as well. So these are things that are destined to happen for you. They were going to happen no matter what, whether you wanted to accept them or not. So it says, the stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. It says, inside one of the tents just beyond the open front flaps rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit back, crackling a fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It can also show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract. That's beautiful. That means that what you came here to do, you are doing it. Facing your lessons of growth, working towards greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contributions to the world. The energy around you is serious, it's materialistic, hardworking, and it bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So our Capricorns are ambitious. They're known to move forward. They're forward-thinking leaders. And when you're not stuck in your karma, or when you're not stuck in a cycle, then you're able to move forward. You're able to navigate and elevate. I like that for you guys. It says your karma does not rule you. You rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure that there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. I'm going to reread that. It says, make sure that there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. So don't be cutting up trying to plot on folks, okay, Capricorns? Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. So if you're dealing with situations, karmic situations, and you are finding yourself getting caught in battles, energy transfers that just don't serve you, it's time to let that go. Know that things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. Spirit is talking to you very specifically. It's telling you that it's no time for games. You are here for a purpose. You have been working towards that purpose. and it's time for you to continue to move forward. You need to recognize where you are. You need to get busy on your jobs, whatever it is. So if spirit is telling you that you need to break curses, maybe, and I feel this very strongly for the Capricorns, healing relationship stuff, learning to cut ties, learning to letting go, opening up, owning your truth. Letting go, owning your truth, opening up. That's where you're supposed to be. You are vibrating in a place of expansion. You are vibrating in a place of higher learning self. And if you don't learn the lessons, you will repeat karmic cycles, and you're here to overcome those. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the thing that requires your attention now that may reflect a commitment has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose, to uphold the sacred covenant that you have to touch the world with your light. It's beautiful. You have a light. They're saying that you have a light that you're shining upon this world, and you have a due diligence. Remember when we started at the beginning, I told you guys that you were going to be working on your 12th house and that you were going to be working on your 3rd house. The potential to learn from your community, the potential to learn important to your neighborhood. For some of you guys, you're working with your neighbors, things like that. But your 12th house is the hidden parts, right? That's what you don't see. And I love the 12th house because the best way to explain it is like knowing that the sun is going to rise. And there's a peak that comes right before you start to see the rays come up. And that's the transition between night and day. So your 12th house is that transition between your night and your day. It is the greater sense of your purpose. It is the greater sense of your cause. So for a lot of you, when that 12th house is activated, spirit is cautioning you or speaking that it's time for transition. It's time to allow those hidden things, those things that are deeply buried inside. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. Again, when we think about our karmic contracts, when we think about why we came to this planet, Earth is a school. We're here to learn. So what is it that you came to learn? Well, so far you're on your mission. You're moving in that direction. Don't get caught up in drama. If you find yourself in back and forth with people, if you find yourself deterring or detouring, I should say, off of your plan, now is not the time. Because those actions will follow you until other lifetimes. And that's not what you want. You don't want to bring more karmic debt into a new life. You're here to clean it up. So you're working towards cleaning it up, Capricorn. So continue in that path. It says, I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. That's pretty cool. You know, when you invite ecstasy into your life, you're saying to the universe that I am willing to accept the good things. And for some of you, you know, we feel like having karmic debt or clearing karmic energy means that I'm supposed to suffer. No, that's not what that means. It means that we're supposed to learn the lesson, but we're also supposed to experience the joy. Not all lessons come to make us feel pain. Not all lessons mean that we're here to have a sadness or discomfort. Healing isn't just about being sad. Healing isn't just about overcoming a darkness. It's embracing your darkness. It's understanding all the parts, the many facets of who you are so that you can grow into your best self, right? I like that. It says, when ecstasy is invited, you feel aligned and ready to receive all the miraculous, joyful gifts. The universe is ready to provide you. Ecstasy acts as a cosmic green light that grants your destiny permission to enter. In many instances, pain can be healed and released once a healthy relationship with pleasure is established. This mantra is ideal for increasing self-worth, elevating levels of excitement, and allowing bigger dreams. And it makes sense because the Ark of the Covenant, you came here to fulfill your dreams. You came here to fulfill your contracts with yourself, contracts with others. And by doing so, you're allowing yourself room to receive good things. You're allowing yourself to have positive experiences as well as heal your bloodline. I like that for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for our Taurus, it says the King of Roses in reverse. And as you can see, this beautiful king, he is walking in this garden, but it looks like he's walking away from something. So when it's in reverse, we're going in a different direction, right? So let's take a look at that and see what that means for you. Kings are also going to be very indicative of powerful people. It could be yourself. It could be someone else that is in your life. Male figures typically in your life that are either a part of your journey or here to teach you lessons. So it says the card's reversal shows a potential disruption in a relationship with a male, whether it's a friend, family, or romance. Sparks may fly here. Although this emotional upheaval may seem overwhelming, don't let yourself get swept away. With every ending, there comes the potential for new beginnings. This may in fact be a reference to an old love that you haven't been able to release. If so, it's time to finally let go of the attachment and open your life to new and better things to come. When referring to you, this card could signify a time when your role as a father or husband is greatly diminished, whether due to desires or just logistics. If you have a deep pattern of self-negation, it's time to create a truly caring relationship with yourself. No matter what your patterns are, you do have the power to calm your heart. Look at things clearly and take control of your perception of yourself and your life. Your union with yourself is up to you. I think that's ironic because I know a few Tauruses, and I think that they're beautiful people. But I do know that sometimes the Taurus can have a self-sabotaging energy about them at times. Not all Tauruses, but this particular card today is speaking to people who have this going on. It says that you have to cultivate love within yourself, that you have to look at your desires and see where they align. It also says that you need to develop and cultivate a relationship of love within you. Are you loving yourself today, Taurus? Are you giving yourself the best of you? Or are you surviving? Part of the healing process is learning how to come out of survival mode. And that is our natural instinct. That is what we're programmed to be that way. Because we live on a planet where you must survive, for survival of the fittest, right? But is it still serving you? Is survival still serving you? Don't be afraid of the endings. There are going to be times when endings come. There are going to be moments when we must let go of a relationship, or where we have to deepen a relationship with ourselves, and that can be scary. It can be scary because we have been in survival mode and we wear so many masks. All of us do. We all wear a mask. And it's getting to know who we are behind the mask on the most intimate levels, on the deepest levels, the parts of us we don't like. So Taurus, I am cautioning you to get to know you. Understand who you are on a deeper level. Understand who you are on a deeper level. Understand who you are and know where you need to go. Don't let yourself get swept away in emotional upheaval. Are your emotions out of balance? Are you feeling life just kind of throw you around, or are you in control? As you move around your day, as you think about how your life is, take inventory. Look at every area and aspect of it. And what are you seeing? Because you guys are steady. You guys are slow. You're relaxed in your energy. Your mythology, the way you move is different from the rest of the world. So if that's the case, how are you moving? It's time to look at your third house, right? Your potential to learn something is here. And as you're opening up those contracts, as you're opening up that 12th house and understanding the hidden mysteries of yourself, and that can be tough. It can be scary. It can be scary to go into a place of darkness, to go into the shadows. But as you do, as you welcome the shadows, you're allowing your personal light to shine on them and heal those places. Check your desires. It says no matter what pattern you are in, you have the power to calm your heart and look at things clearly and take control of your perception of yourself. Don't look for others to tell you what you are or who you are. You know. You do. That's very specific. That's very, very specific. So we're going to celebrate some simplicity, Taurus. And I think that's kind of perfect. I think that's perfect. It says, I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. So if you're worrying about you, if you're focusing on you and not everyone else's love, everyone's desires, everyone's thoughts of you, if you take that mask off, you simplify your life. Where there are fewer details to manage, you are able to receive more joy. The more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Once all the moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you glean the most benefit from your reality. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries, healing your inner people-pleasing, and finding moments of serenity. It makes sense. It makes sense because it's telling you that, hey, there's some emotional things going on, and it may have caused you to lose some things that were important to you, relationships, love relationships, maybe even business relationships, right? Friendships. That is a result of that inability to see self, that inability to love self, that inability to recognize who you are. Declutter your life, Taurus. Declutter your life. Allow the spirit to shine the light into those shadows, into that darkness. Welcome that 12th house energy. That's beautiful energy. That's transformative energy. It's like the rebirth. It's like the deepest depths of yourself. It reminds me of Scorpio, because Scorpios are some of the deepest signs. They're transformative energy. They came to this planet to shake shit up, right? So channel your inner Scorpio, right? And this is what Spirit had for you all, for all of you guys. It's called Discovering Happiness. It says, I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. That's important, because we as humans, on the human aspect of ourselves, we want to be loved, we want to be accepted, we want to be acknowledged, we want to be cared for. But we have to be happy within ourselves. And as long as we as a collective are out here looking for other people to fulfill us in that way, we're going to always have voids. The voids come from a lack of thought process. But the universe is abundant. And if the universe is abundant, that means that there's nothing that you should lack. So if you're seeing lack and you're feeling lack, if you're feeling not loved or wanted or desired, if you're feeling like your finances are short, if you're feeling like you just can't progress in a career, look at you. It says, when happiness is discovered, you are inspired, excited, and passionate about the gift of being alive. When was the last time you gave thanks for being alive? Guys, that's part of your healing journey. I've said it before that gratitude breeds more things for us to be gracious for. And just to even step foot on this earth again, to be able to breathe the breath of life is a blessing. It is a wonderful gift. Even if you're sick, even if you're suffering, because as long as you have breath, there is an opportunity to change anything. Our Creator is so magnificent. And when you think about that, and we are made in the image and likeness of Creator, that means that we are also magnificent. When was the last time you celebrated yourself? That you looked at yourself, Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, and said, gosh, I'm amazing. I have these wonderful skills. I have a beautiful heart, without needing someone else to tell you. When was the last time? When was the last time you were so open and you allowed love to flow through your body? Ooh, all y'all got some blockages. Those heart chakras are blocked in you guys today. And it's time to free yourself from your own personal chains. Because you came here to transition. You came here to transform. All of you. Whether your path is moving in the direction, but if you're not seeing yourself that way, then you're going to bring energy that you don't want to your life. It says there is a willingness to open your heart to the mystery of each moment, whether you're getting what you want or witnessing unexpected outcomes. The discovery of happiness frees you from needing life to bring you more of this or less of that. The true joy of being yourself has dawned. This mantra is ideal for facing disappointment, developing self-approval, and feeling fulfilled. And I needed that as well, because the beautiful thing about delivering messages is it doesn't matter if I'm not a Scorpio or Capricorn or Taurus. I still feel the energy, and spirit can always mirror anything back to me, just like it can mirror it back to you. Maybe you're involved with one of these signs. Maybe you're involved with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Scorpio, and you get a chance to see. You can see, but maybe they don't. But spirit is very, very witty in that whatever you see projected on someone else, take a look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror. Are you fulfilling your karmic debts? Are you loving yourself? Are you getting stuck when things aren't moving in that direction? And are you releasing that grief? Let's get to our meditation. We got variance, guys. Variance. And that's in number 39. And when you break that down, 9 and 3 is 11. We got another 11, 1, 1. Beginnings, guys. Beginnings. Can't be mad at that. Oh my God. Oh. Can't be mad at that. Because every new ending, every ending does open the door for something great to come through, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It says, today you may not feel like yourself. You and your soul are looking at the same thing but seeing it differently. Your emotions and reactions are combinations of your thoughts and your soul's thoughts. And when they don't align, you feel wobbly. Variance is a way of explaining the wobble. When you have the same perspective as your soul, things feel right. They may seem satisfactory and easy. No limiting beliefs or patterns are triggered, but there is feeling that all is well. Your soul will never join in the judgment, blame, or hurt because it's not the truth of you. It is not the perspective of love. How you feel reveals how you feel reveals how aligned you are with your soul. How aligned are you with your soul? If you're experiencing something that doesn't feel quite right, take a breath and come back to your center. You will begin to feel better, inspired to navigate your inner radar, and ready to receive your soul's transmissions. It says, place a hand on the card and feel the softness of your heart. Close your eyes and become aware of your breath. Don't try to regulate it. Just be aware of it. Follow it with your attention as it moves in and out of your body. Feel your lungs being soothed and nourished, and eternal breath that fills it with senses of joy, and your heart will fill with grace. Allow your thoughts, emotions, tensions, and tightness to melt away. Let it be transformed by your breath. Your mind might wander and try to involve you in thoughts of what you could or should be doing. If this happens, gently return to your breath and let it all be as it is. In this space of allowing, picture yourself living your dream and how you feel. Float among your desires for at least 30 seconds. When you feel ready, breathe your desires into life. Make this feeling the foundation from which you will live this day. Then open your eyes to your potential. Everything begins with a dream, guys. I love that. It says you have to be willing to see beyond your point of view. Don't believe everything you think. Be mindful of your thoughts you choose to participate with. Are they here to help, or are they a hindrance to your dreams? That's very, very specific, guys. And it's funny because all of you guys got different messages. You know, some of you are having some endings, and some of you are needing to be aware of what you're putting out there. You're needing to be aware of what you see and how you see it. But it's a time of abundance. It's a time for expansion. It's a time for growth. And as we move into that direction of growth, we're allowing Spirit to heal us from the inside out. As long as we look at things from an outside-in perspective, we're not growing. We're casting. We're projecting. But we should be walking in introspection. That's what healing is. That's what true healing is. It's being able to see things from the God perspective. The God in us. I am gonna give you guys one more card. And I know this is a really, really long reading. But I had a few signs in here, so I'm just going ahead and give it to you as it comes. This is going to be a heart message. And this is going to be for all of you guys. Angels and guides. Holy Spirit, please give our beautiful Scorpios, our beautiful Taurus, and our beautiful Capricorns a message for their hearts. For some of them, their hearts feel quite broken, quite heavy, unfulfilled. And we're asking for you to deliver that. Give us one more message. Give them the peace, something to look forward to, some encouragement. And I appreciate you giving what we ask. So your heart messages today. For some of you, you got a sexual union coming in. It says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find bliss. A lot of you guys don't realize that sex is so important because it is a creative force. It's a portal. It allows you to transcend time and space. And you can create so many things if you can step out of the animalistic perspective, meaning you're just worried about the act. If you can allow yourself to feel and open up and allow your heart to be open, you can feel the energy and you are in such a creative mode. That's a beautiful place to be. And it said, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So for those who are going through some transitions in your love life, I think that was our Scorpio Taurus energy. You might need to just give some space. Take some time. I'm pretty sure that's specific to Scorpio because there was a hard pause and it feels like a heartbreak for some of you. But just know that for everything that you feel like you lost, the universe is more than apt to repay it, to give you more than what you had before. So as you allow that feeling, those feelings of grief and sadness to dispel, you're making room for happiness and joy. And I think that was one of the main things that they wanted you guys to hear today, that you need to live in joy, that you need to live in expansion, but you also need to reflect. Make sure especially you Capricorns, that you ain't cutting up and bringing more energy, more karmic debt, so that you don't have stuff to pay for in your future. But for those of you guys that are actually in a place of pause, in a place of stagnation, or where things have been halted suddenly or even slowly, and you're feeling that upheaval and you're feeling that pain and that emotion, give yourself time, give yourself space to heal, and go inside and allow spirit to go ahead and restore you back to who you're supposed to be. Thank you guys for listening. Again, these messages are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. But for those that it does resonate with, I am so grateful that you're here to embark on this healing journey with me. I am so grateful for you listening and taking the time to hear these messages. And if it doesn't fit, don't vibrate in places that you don't belong. Okay? I love you, and have a wonderful, wonderful Friday.